When I think about experimental videos, this is the first example that comes to mind. This is Mind Fame, a motion art piece created by Canadian filmmaker, videographer, and artist Christopher Mills. It is, in essence, a series of photographs taken from the dashboard of a car as it travels down a rural Canadian highway. The photographs are shown in quick succession, moving quickly enough that it appears you're traveling down the road too. It is very much film in its rawest form. I'm always drawn to this piece because it elicits a sense of nostalgia within me. I was born in London, Ontario, and grew up there for the first few years of my life. My parents, in their young 20s, had to accommodate my dad's new job in Toronto. This meant a lot of trips from London to Toronto and back again. Most of my young childhood was spent in the backseat of a car. It wasn't all bad. My mom would talk to me about the music playing on the radio, and my dad would chat about his new job as a film editor, which would turn out to have a very profound effect on me. It was on one of these trips in 1996 when a new song played on the radio. Ahead by a Century by the Tragically Hip. The song awoke something within me. I couldn't explain it back then. It was positively overwhelming. And I was hooked.
One bucket.
Let's check back in on Christopher Mills. He's working with the Tragically Hip on the vaccination scar video, and he tells them about this little obsession that he has. Mills was currently preoccupied that television sets were becoming flat, that they can hang over the mantelpiece and show a moving picture, moving art. They answer, well, how do you think it would look like on a giant 20-foot by 60-foot video screen? And in his words, I lose my cookies. Mills is also invited along to videograph the tour, shown along the top of the screen here, titled Macroscopic. There were a couple of tour dates in Toronto, at the Air Canada Centre. My uncle was working the sound booth there, so I was able to go to the show. At first, I thought the projected visuals were cool, but I didn't think much on them. It wasn't until I learned later about the person behind these moving paintings where I fully and completely appreciated them. In 2005, the Hip released a special collection entitled Hip Eponymous. Within it, there is a DVD with all of the Hip's music videos, as well as two special projects by Christopher Mills, the first being his tour videography, Macroscopic, and the second project is titled The Right Whale. It's a full collection of all of the moving paintings he made for the band's tour. Much like hearing Ahead by a Century for the first time on the car radio, I was immediately hooked. I came to adore his sense of motion, the way the camera shutters, how he animates with light and shadows, but also the sense of simplicity in some pieces. Snow falling, a nighttime cityscape reflecting along the waterfront, a POV road trip along the rural Canadian highway. It's all been very inspiring. So, thank you, Christopher Mills. We have never met, but through our combined love of our favorite band, you have reached out and inspired me to keep trying, to keep pushing, to keep up my forward momentum.